Yes, coming to the next topic, image formed by a plane mirror. Image formed by a plane mirror. Under the topic, reflection of light. Reflection of light on a plane surfaces. So, one of the example for the plane surface is plane mirror. Plane mirror. Now, how the image is formed by a plane mirror. How the image was formed? Image formed by a plane mirror. So as previous video, we discussed what is a plane mirror and some points, object, image, real image, virtual image, whatever. Then let us discuss image formed by a plane mirror. So let us consider a plane mirror. Let us consider a plane mirror. We know how you have to represent the plane mirror. A short oblique lines are drawn one side of the straight line. So here AB is a plane mirror. Didn't explain much about this formation of image. Simply I can explain because you already learned. If you want more explanation, you have to watch my previous videos. But I try to level best. I explain mostly, but maybe any small change will happen while explaining image formed by a plane mirror. So AB is the plane mirror. Here we have to place an object O. O is an object placed in front of the mirror. So from this object O, a point size object O, a light ray is incident on the surface of the plane mirror. Surface of the plane mirror. So let's take P is the point of incidence. We know immediately we need to draw a perpendicular. We need to draw a perpendicular line. Right? So draw a normal. Is taken as N1. So we know after that what will happen? The light rays reflect. With the help of only one ray of light or a single light ray, we cannot explain the formation of image because of, as we discussed previously, image is the point of or the intersecting point of reflected rays or the refracted rays. So, with a single ray of light, we cannot identify the intersecting point. So, that's why we need to take at least two light rays. More than two light rays also have taken no problem, but very difficult to understand. That's why at least take two light rays for drawing ray diagrams and for locating the image of an object. So with the single light ray we can understand. Then take the second light ray. The second light ray is incident at the point Q. Immediately we need to draw normal. We need to draw the normal at the point Q. It is N2. It is N2. Then After what will happen? It reflects. So incident rate, reflected rate, first incident rate, second incident rate, and first reflected rate, second reflected rate. So we need to draw the correct ray diagrams. Drawing ray diagrams are very, very important. Right. Then we know where does the image of an object is formed. The point where, or the intersecting point of two or more are reflected rays. More reflected rays are converged. So extend these two reflected rays continuously. Extend the two reflected rays. Extend the two reflected rays. So there any possible is these two reflected rays are intersect at any point? No, because these two are the parallel rays. These two are parallel rays. So we know parallel rays cannot meet or cannot intersect at any point. Then where does the image of an object is formed? Where does the image of an object is formed? No. Then we are able to see the image of an object. The image of an object in the mirror. Behind the mirror is formed. How this image is formed? Behind the mirror. Behind the mirror. Try to understand. Understand first where the image of an object is formed. The image of an object is formed the point where all the reflected rays are meet. Here these two reflected rays cannot meet at any point because of they are parallel rays. Parallel rays cannot meet at any point. But where does the image of an object is formed? So further, imagine what will happen if these two reflected rays are extended to back. If I extend the reflected rays back, if I extend these reflected rays back instead of forward, if I extend these reflected rays to back and observe that what will happen? What will happen? Extend this. Extend it correctly, otherwise we cannot understand the point where the image of an object is formed. So if I extend like this, okay, then one more. Extend this light rays back properly. Drawing ray diagrams are the very important. Drawing the ray diagrams are very important. We must draw diagrams correctly. Otherwise, you should not get the correct image formation. So here the image of an object is formed. Here the image of an object is formed. So where is formed? The other side of the mirror. Other side of the mirror. So this image is formed by the extended reflected rays. These extended reflected rays are meet at the point I. At that point, the image of an object is formed. The image of an object is formed. So this image is formed not by the direct reflected rays. These are formed by the imaginary reflected rays, extended reflected rays back. The reflected rays are extended back imaginarily. So that image is formed at the point I. These extended reflected rays are intersect at the point I. So the image is formed at the point I. But this image cannot be formed on screen. That's why it is a virtual image. So it is virtual image. Right? Because it cannot be formed on the screen. So whenever we look into the mirror, our brain feels that the light rays which are entering our eye coming from eye, but actually they are coming from the object. But our brain feels that these rays which are entered into our eye are coming from image which is formed inside or behind the mirror. So this kind of image is called as a virtual image. Virtual means not real. Virtual meeting or virtual technology, VR, virtual reality. So looking like real but not real. So actually these two rays are coming or appearing from these white rays are coming from inside the mirror, but really they are coming from the object. From the object though, the light rays are incident on the mirror, then they reflect. So to know the image of an object, we have extended them back. When they extended back, they meet at the point I. At that point, the image of an object is formed. So in this way, the image of an object is formed. Then what are the characteristics of image formed by a plane mirror. Where does it forms? Behind the mirror. It forms behind the mirror. Right? Then, is it real image or virtual image? Virtual image. It cannot be formed by the direct intersecting of reflected rays. This is formed by the virtual reflected rays or the extended reflected rays to back. When we extend the reflected rays to back, they meet at the point. So behind the mirror, virtual image. So cannot caught or formed on the screen. Seen on the screen. Then what is the other one? Behind the mirror, virtual image. Size of the object front of the mirror. How much size of the object we placed, the same size of an image is formed. Then image distance is equal to object distance from where? From the plane mirror. From the plane mirror, object image distance is equal to the object distance. So whenever you observe the diagram, you cannot observe object distance and image distance same, because while drawing the ray diagram we must draw very carefully, otherwise what will happen? So we did not get the good characteristics of, we cannot represent the characteristics of object image formed by a plane mirror. Behind the mirror, virtual image, size of the image is equal to size of the object image distance. Then laterally inverted, erect image means how the object is placed in front of the mirror, the object will form like that. If it is in a vertical position, it forms vertical position, straight line. Then laterally inverted, that means left of the object appear as the right side of the object appear as a left. So laterally inverted, sidewise reversal. The right hand appear as a left hand, the left hand appear as a right hand. So this reverse, laterally, sidewise reversal of an object with respect to the image. Sidewise reversal of image with respect to the object is called as lateral inversion. You can call this lateral inversion. Laterally inverted, not the inverted. Inverted means up and down. If you are standing in front of the mirror like this, if we see the image of you, reverse legs up, head down, that is called inverted image. Here what kind of image is formed? Erect image as well as lateral inverted images formed. Right? These are image formed by the plane mirror. Then image form is virtual, erect, same side, plane mirror is of same size. Okay. Uses of plane mirror. We know plane mirrors are using in our day-to-day life regularly, so no need to explain much about it. So plane mirrors are fixed on the inside of the walls, certain shops like jewelry shop, to make them look bigger and more attractive. Multiple reflection happen, so this side one mirror or this side one mirror, or front and back one mirror front, one mirror back, then all the things are placed in the middle. Then what will happen? Due to the multiple reflection, multiple images are formed, it makes very attractive. Then plane mirrors are used in making periscopes. Periscope is a optical instrument which works based on the principle of reflected light reflect again and again. You know about periscope, we will explain. So this is about the light. We discussed the first part. Of light. Still, we did not enter the actual topic. These all are some basics. These are all some fundamental concepts which are able to understand the further topics. That's why I explained this. So finally, we have to discuss what is light, nature of the light, then nature of the light, some phenomena of light. What are the phenomena are there? One of the phenomena of light is reflection. We discussed what is reflection, important terms, types of reflection, plane mirror, relatedly what is meant by object, what is meant by image. So images are again two types, virtual image and real image. And this is the topic how the image is formed by a plane mirror, and these are the characteristics. So we have completed only one part of the chapter light. So the study of nature of light and their phenomena of light, we can call this optics. Can call it as optics. Okay.